Yo, oh shit, man, it's on again. The Walking Dead issue 1. We're gonna go ahead and start this off. I'm gonna go ahead and review every issue starting from now. We're gonna kind of rush it, but not actually rush it. Why? Because it's gonna take me a long time to get up to current times. So people that watch and I was going to say anime, that watch the live show or the live action show, you'll have time to catch up. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this comic book, and we're gonna take you along for the ride. Okay, so on the first page, you see Rick, and then you got Shane. I believe that's Shane on the other side. On the other side, and they're getting held down by this guy. He's got this fucking gun. He's about to kill them. He's just out of prison. He says he ain't going back at all costs. He might have to fuck somebody up, but he's not going back. Rick tries to get the drop on him. Fucking, I believe that's Shane. If I'm not mistaken, that's Shane. He gets shot, but they don't say his name on here. He gets the shit shot out of his hand, and then Rick gets the shit shot out of him. This guy's a good shot. And then we have the time skip everybody knows about. Rick wakes up in the hospital. He's like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on? He's fresh out of the coma. He's falling out of bed, wondering what the hell is happening. We already seen that from the live action show. Now he's stumbling through the hospital, trying to figure out what's going on. He sees a dead body in there. Now this guy is dead. Now shit, you guys can't even see it. Fuck. This guy is dead. So he doesn't know just yet. You understand? So he sees dead people. He doesn't know these motherfuckers can get up. So he sees that shit. He's begging for help. Begging for fucking help. And we get to that damn iconic scene of him opening that door. Now on the in the live action show, this part was just like stupendous. Right here, he just opens the door. And it ain't shit but walkers in there. This motherfucker ain't got shit but walkers in that damn room. I like how they did this. This damn art is beautiful. And they get ready to come for his ass. One of them, this main one, the first one, digs deep in his ass. Now, he gets lucky. He gets a lucky break because he's startled and everything like that. But they roll down the steps and it breaks the walker's head off. Hence, it saves his ass. And he sees that it's still alive, so he knows that now he knows these motherfuckers are getting up and chewing people. And he locks the door with his belt. So he's kind of smart. He was able to think of shit on the go. Now he gets to the parking lot, tries to get into a car. Of course, you see that didn't work because the motherfucker's on foot right now. And he walks past some dead people, sees a bike. Okay, I got a mode of transportation now. Now, oh my God. Now, there's a fucking person laying right there. Oh my God, this person is fucked up. That damn thing ain't nothing but skin and bones. Shit, look like Tales from the Crypt. I can understand why he's scared about that one. That shit was kind of fucked up. So that tore his head right off his ass. I mean, pulled his head. He had to pull his head out of his ass on that one. That shit tore his ass up. Shoot. Probably would have fucked me up too, because the damn thing turns around. It looks like Tales from the Crypt. He gets on the bike, heads down. He goes to home, sees his house is empty. He's all fucked up. Shit hanging all out, everything else. Trying to figure out what's going on. And you see what happens. He gets the shit knocked out of him. He got the shit knocked out of him. What happens is it's Morgan and his son. Morgan and his son, they know about the zombie apocalypse. Oh shit, let me show y'all what's going on. You don't even see it. You don't even know it. Okay, Morgan and his son are there. The Morgan's son knocked the shit out of Rick. Knocked him out. Now, he just got knocked out. You know what's going to happen, just like in the movies and shit like that. He just comes back. But That ain't reality. In reality, you get your fucking brain scrambled. He might have died in the real world. Anyway, he wakes up. Morgan and his son lets him know what's going down. Um, and up till now, I believe the live action. I like how they did the scene of Rick finding out about the walkers and shit like that. How they slow moed it and gave the effect that you couldn't really get in this one. And then also here, when they show Morgan and his son, they do a little bit more for them in the live action, because here they're just talking normal, as speaking, actually they're speaking a little bit of slang, I don't know about a little bit of slang, but he's not speaking, just super proper English. He's actually kind of casual with his speech. Now, in the live action, he has a pet peeve, which is he wants his son to speak proper English, and he speaks very proper. Not super proper, but just pretty proper. And I like how they did that in the show, because it gives a little bit more to Morgan. Now, as far as that, other than that, it seems this is going, is going pretty much relatively the same. He tells them what's going on. Rick doesn't know that, what's going on. The guy reveals that in the news, they tell him that dead people, dead motherfucker comes up and starts fucking with people, and if a dead motherfucker comes up fucking with you, you kill his ass. That's when he found out after the damn zombie apocalypse. Now that Rick knows about this, he knows that they need to evacuate, that people were evacuating to major cities, and the closest major city to him is Atlanta. They go ahead and get ready to head, Rick wants to head on over there. He reveals to Morgan that he's a cop and everything else like that, but he's not going to arrest his ass. Anyway, they head on over to the police station to get a few guns, get some equipment. Rick gets his revolver that everybody knows about, everybody knows and loves. They get some ammo and things of that nature. He gets a car. He lets Morgan have a car. Morgan says, "Okay, thank you." He appreciates everything that's going on. Now we got Rick in his uniform. I like how he looks in his uniform. He sees a walker. He's getting ready to shoot. The guy says, "Yo, don't shoot." You know what I'm saying? You might need that bullet for later. That's a good thing they did right here. Rick is kind of jumpy because he's just coming out of that coma and just finding out what's going on. Morgan actually already is being conservative. He knows what's going on. He's already being conservative, especially with bullets and stuff like that. That's a good scene. That shows how people are thinking now, and everything has to be thought of ahead of time. You can't waste shit. Don't waste toilet paper. Don't waste DVDs. Nothing. You might be able to use a DVD to cut one of these motherfuckers' heads off. So anyway, they leave Morgan. Morgan says he wants to hold out in a small town. Rick says he wants to go get his family, who he thinks is holding out in Atlanta. He sees his family is gone. So he heads on out. Now he also gives Morgan a car. Now we get to that walker he seen earlier. That real fucked up one. He puts a bullet in his ass and keeps on moving. Now, anyway, that's the end of the first issue. About the first issue, I'm not going to lie. I pretty much like the live action a little bit better. Like I said, they did, you can see the people move around. I like how they showed him finding out about the walkers. I like, that they gave a little bit of, gave Morgan a little bit more dynamic to his character. We see what he, how he talks, him being very proper. We can kind of see that he's an educated guy. We see what's going on with his child. But other than that, like I give the first episode of the Walking Dead a 10 out of 10. This I'm gonna give a 9.5 out of 10. It's really not. I just think that they pulled it off a little bit better in the show. Now, Rick, you can go ahead and give your comments now.
All right. Now that's my first look at the first issue, and I totally agree. I think the show did a great deal better with it because, and this is the case when filler is better, because they expand on Morgan and his son's relationship so much more. Like, they don't even mention the whole thing with his wife being a walker and constantly going to the house, and how that fucked with Morgan's son and himself as well. How he couldn't pull the trigger, and that was like the first bit of character development we had for Morgan. I think that's what made Morgan such a popular character in the show. That when he did come back seasons later, people were like, "Oh shit, that's Morgan."
Right.
You know,
we got a little bit more attached to him in the first thing.
Right.
We're gonna get attached to in a minute anyway.
What this did to him, the fact he already lost someone, and also that's kind of like how, in a sense, Rick and Morgan can relate to each other, because for all intents and purposes, Rick believes he's lost his family, and Morgan's already lost his wife. So that's kind of like the bond that they kind of form in the show.
Right. Now, and on top of that, like I said, the live action has an advantage because you see people moving around and stuff like that. You don't get that in the comics.
Right.
You get little flashes of that and stuff like that, but you can actually see people move. You can actually get a better feeling of it. So even if they pull it off, so that, like I said, with the live action, even if they pull it off the same way, you might be able to get more from the live action. So the comics really got to bring it in certain things. Here in this one, it's great. I thoroughly enjoyed the first issue. I think the first issue is great, but I just think they pulled it off a little bit better in the live action thing. But overall, I'm give this, like I said, I give this a 9.5. I get the first episode of the live action show 10 out of 10.
Now, since you've always read more too, man, what do you think about the art personally?
Oh, the art, I love it.
You like the art?
But I only read a few comics in my whole life. I only read a few of them, here and there. I tried to get into it, but things come up, and I've never really gotten into a comic that like this.
Yeah, so, I don't want to deal with continuity. That's why I don't get into comics.
Yeah, so in terms of and he was like, oh, that one guy, he told me that when he starts reading a book, he starts to hate the show.
That happens a lot. That happens a lot when you look at a lot of shows. Like, not to go off topic, but like that's, I think, with the benefit of Dexter. Dexter only did one season according to the book series, and then it didn't even try. It just went its own way totally. Yeah, and I think that worked to its benefit.
I think that it going its own way can work, because now it's like, okay, I get this from the comic, and or the book, and I get this from the show. But if the show is worse, like, you got to maintain that quality in order for that to work. If there's a lower quality on that end, then people would just say, you know what, fuck it, I'll just stay with the book. But
the thing is, though, this is the thing I get from a lot of Walking Dead comic book fans. What pisses them off, I don't think it's the story, it's the lack of brutality compared to the comic that a lot of people like. They like that shock value, they like that brutality that's in the comic, and it's odd. Maybe if Walking Dead was on HBO or Showtime, they could do that, but it's on more or less cable network television. AMC pushes the limits, but again, there still are limits for AMC, and they can only do so much.
Yeah, they're not going to show, little Tyler's getting knocked off and everything like that. They show the Tyler as a walking, and they show
even with the child death that we recently had, we really didn't see the body.
We didn't see. Yeah, she was just laying over. Yeah. And we didn't see her get cut up.
Exactly.
You didn't see a bullet go through her head or anything like that. So that's one big major difference with the comics, But that's pretty much it for the first issue. I'm going to get back to you guys on the second issue ASAP, and we're going to work this motherfucker up. We got all the way up to issue 48. So we're going to work this motherfucker on up. You got an outro or what, Mr.
No, I'll be working on some more chapter reviews for Opart Center, Berserk, and then starting up a new manga series. Just, work schedule, have to help a coworker out and stuff, but those reviews will be coming, and then but later tonight or tomorrow, I'll probably do my thoughts on the Ninja Turtles trailer, which was, well, you'll see. You'll see.
Comment, like, subscribe. Anime MangaMiyn more. MangaMiyn is okay, but he ain't Rick though. Your channel's, what's your channel mean? We don't know. It ain't Rick though.
It ain't Ralph.
It ain't Rick. It ain't Rick.
Oh man.